Hello everyone and welcome back to Rebel Brick. Today I'm kind of opening up a couple minifigures. These are from some of the latest set. Let's see, we have this is like Collector's 12 Series 2. Really I'm kind of talking about, show you the box here. So now we have our figures coming in with a box and that. So this is just kind of my thoughts and all that, and I've picked up a couple, so this is my 8th one over the last couple weeks or so. I originally got a Wolverine, a She-Hulk, a Moon Knight, and a lady Hawkeye. So that's the one in the back, and she's actually got some paper. So let's see, we've got like a pizza box. Of course, she's got her bow and arrows. Looks pretty nice to me. The print, we have a print on the back. So if I sit this up so you can see it properly. So we do have a print on the back. There's no print on the back of the legs at all. There is a little bit of print on the sides and on the front. And we have print on the arms, or on this arm, not on that arm though. And thinking about this, I probably should have the bow in this arm if she's right-handed, but that's me. Anyways, I just naturally put whatever in the right hand because I think about it in the right hand, and this is just something fun here. I think the prints are pretty good. When we look at the original Hawkeye, which at this point then he would be, I think when she takes over as Hawkeye, he becomes Ronin. I think. I could be wrong. I really didn't read the comics all that much. I know that they had him in one of the later Marvel movies and all that, where he stopped going by Hawkeye, and I think he was Ronin at that point. But we give him the arrows on the back, and we got his bow. So he's got a nice looking bow. He's got a black version of the brown bow that his daughter has. And he's got an owl where she's got a dog. So I'm kind of always happy to get a couple pets here. Regrettably, I don't know this character's name offhand. We do have paint. We do have some paint on the toes. So he's got some wild feet there. Looks like he's got some shorts. A nice furry individual, which you see my arms, I can sympathize with him. He's got fur printed on his arms, kind of a furry face and that. I think, yes, he does. I put them together here. These I had put together real quick because I got another box. I wanted to open it up, but I wanted to show you what we have here. So he does have two different faces, which is always nice. It's nice when you get that opportunity, but there are times where I do understand, because they're wearing a certain hat or something else, that just doesn't quite work unless we redo the hat so the hat comes down a little bit further maybe. I don't know what the round discs are for, because like I said, I really don't know this character all that much. Interesting character. I don't have any issues with it. And then we have Moon Knight. Now this is a show I really haven't watched either. I haven't seen him in any of the comics. I only know of Moon Knight because I have Disney Plus and I've seen it on there, but like I said, I have not watched it. He does have a fish tank, so we get a little fish print on there. This is all printed on. There's no sticker that came with this. And of course he's got his Eskrima sticks or batons, whatever you prefer to call them. I've done a little bit of martial arts, so I do know that those would be Eskrima sticks. And then we have She-Hulk, and of course she's got some sort of folder here, and she's got her cell phone, and she has got a nice print here. A little bit of print on the arms, print on the side of the legs, print on her back, and the feet go all the way around, so that's kind of nice to say that she's got the boots and everything to go with it. And again, she has two different faces. So however you want her to look. Usually I like to keep them with a smile on there, but there again, I always like to keep things a little lighthearted. So And then we have Wolverine. I was very happy when I got him because, you know, you see Wolverine on the box. I'm hoping that I get Beast. I really am. But we got Wolverine, and he's got this very classic look here. He's got the claws there to put in his hands. He's got the hair on his arms. He was always a very hairy individual. In some regards, I will say this. Wolverine was always a shorter, stockier person. So if they would have done not the straight standing legs, kids legs, but the next one up where they can bend, that almost would have made a little bit better. But the fact that they don't, and you know, we have him standing as tall as everyone else, that's perfectly fine too. I just remember Wolverine, you know, I've said it, you know, growing up in the 80s, so watching the cartoons and all that, and remembering he was always a shorter, stockier individual. He also came with his traditional, mask. So he's got his mask with the flare for his Wolverine. And he's got a sentinel head that obviously, as you can see, he's got the marks there. He's kind of cut this thing off of a sentinel there. So that's what we've got so far. Now, because I did want to spend a minute just talking about the box, because, you know, I'm as guilty as anybody else. You know, when you get that bag, you're kind of feeling around and you're like, oh, I think it might be this guy or that guy or whatever else. So you get a lot of them that get picked over. You know, in some regards, this is a lot nicer because now you can't really feel it. All you can do is you can shake it or whatever else, and you can see what it is. But you really don't have any idea what it is. Unfortunately, in the world today, the only thing I worry about is someone's going to open this up and try and sneak it out of there, which is sad to think about it. And it looks like I got a repeat. So this guy looks like he is going to be... Yep, everything's out of there. So I'm going to have another one of these guys. So whatever he is, like I said, I don't know his character name offhand. I do have the list. Pry this open here real quick. Okay. And we'll get them together here. Alright, so this is what we're looking at. So we got that gentleman. We have two different Moon Knights. Let's see. I don't know if this is the Scarlet Witch. I really don't know. And of course, then we have She-Hulk. We have the two different types of Hawkeye. Then we have Ant-Man. Let's see. I don't know. Trying to do this here so you guys can see clearly. I don't know who this individual is offhand. I don't know if I've got the light on there or whatever. But we have Beast, we have Storm, and of course then we have Wolverine. So I wouldn't mind Beast and Storm. You know, we'll see how this all works out. I'll try my luck one more time. But there again, you know, I grew up with a lot of the older ones. This is a good print. I just don't know who the character is, and because I don't know who the character is, I just don't know. And the same thing with this bottom character. I just don't know. I mean, it's a nice print. I just don't know who the character is. And it looks like there is a amputated leg on that character. Like they have a peg leg. So I don't know what's going on with that character. Maybe if I knew the character and I knew what was going on, that would be a little bit better. Nice characters. You get a nice book with this one. Like I said, I'm not exactly certain. I don't think that this is the Scarlet Witch, but I don't know exactly who that is offhand, because she doesn't have the red hair. And she's got a lot of purple. So, but I'll get our character together here, which is all fine. Alright. And of course we got an extra piece. And the nice thing is out of the extra pieces that we've been getting, I think we're putting this on here, and then we can do this. So if you want them to look like they're jumping or something like that, you can do that. So we're getting the extra pieces on there. on quite a bit of them, because I do have, what, 3 of them. I think everyone has got that so far today. And I've got like 4 of these, which is nice. So, and I do have the extra parts from these, and it's a lot of the same thing. So if you want them to look like they're jumping or something like that, you can do that. So, it's an interesting series. I do like the idea with the box, like I said, because I mean it keeps people guessing as to what they're going to get. Because, being perfectly honest, all the times I tried guessing, I think 9 times out of 10 I was probably wrong, which is fine. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a big guesser, and I look at it as that's my way of gambling. I don't really gamble. I don't try to, but it's just my silliness and my thought process there. All right. Well, with that being said, that's going to be it for this video. Glad you stopped by. I hope you have a wonderful day, and keep breaking.